Something's definitely going on. I'm sitting here listening to something. It's on a blackout. It's on a blackout. I can't, and I'm sorry it's dark. I can't even, and I should be in bed right now because I gotta be at work. This stuff that's happened to me in the last 24 hours. I'm sorry it's black, dark, whatever. Got the stars out though. It's significant. Let me turn this down a minute. When Spirit reveals stuff to you at the weirdest times of your life, listen, and just think, and things will come to you. And Spirit will reveal stuff to you. I had a dream 2 nights ago, and it was dark outside. There were spotlights all over my house in my dream. And it was at nighttime, but on every corner of my house was these huge ass spotlights. And when I look up, I see all these drones. They're just hovering, and there's probably 20 of them, maybe more, in my dream. And they're at level of the house where you can see like the blades. I don't when we talk about it. You can see everything in these. They're just stationary. They're just sitting all over around my house. There's these spotlights coming from my house. And there's a lot of people watching you, right? I go outside, and there's shooting stars. And I was looking on the Weather Channel tonight, and there's a meteor shower happening tonight and tomorrow. Heavy meteor shower, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the clock. And I looked up, and I'm like, oh, my wish is coming true. And I went to hug somebody, and I'm like, I guess this is my divine partner, my divine masculine. But it was a false divine masculine, because I gave this person a hug. I seen who it was, and I'm like, no. And I'm like, no, this is false, because they're trying to infiltrate. A couple videos back, I was telling you how my ex reached out. And there was a couple days we talked. We did FaceTime once. And no, I'm good. Friendly conversation, laugh, haha, whatever. But no, something's wrong. And the shit I've went through in the last 24 hours has proven to me what kind of shit I would be walking back into if I went back to this person. And in my dream, it wasn't that person. It was even another, it was an ex-husband, actually. And I'm like, I gave him a hug, and I wasn't happy, but I wasn't sad, but I was confused in my dream. Because I gave this person a hug on my driveway, and mind you, all the spotlights and the drones and stuff. I'm seeing a shooting star as I'm giving this person a hug, and I look up to see who this person is. And I'm just like, and I was confused, because I'm like, no, I closed that chapter. And then an ex reached out a few days ago. We chit-chatted a couple days off and on. Had the best work ever last week. There was a day that was just the best day ever work. It was so laid back. The orders were light. We got shit done early. It was perfect. Today was a different story. It was weird. There was a lot of stuff revealed to me today, and I've been going into work. There's been stuff happening at work. Good and bad. When I seem good, there's bad that comes to me as oh no, she's getting too happy, she's getting too comfortable. We got to shoot her back down a little bit, which they have. And mind you, it's not in falseness, because it's work related, and talking about speed and accuracy and doing your job correctly, and mistakes you make at work. People can tell you about mistakes made at work in different ways. Ways that you can intake it, or there's ways that you can be like, well, I'm busting my ass out here. Why are you all up on my shit? And then you hear people talking about you, and And I cried a little bit today. And just shit hurt my feelings, you know? Sorry. And it was told indirectly to me, and I heard this person talking. It's just people don't want to do their effing job right. I wish people would just do their job. Some people just don't know how to work and wish they'd do their job correctly. And why do I have to finish their job? Why can't they do their job right the first time? It was just like, and I heard this, and it wasn't said to me, but it was said around me, and I heard it. And it was a mistake. Maybe I read the number wrong. I picked a smaller amount than what they asked for, and the customer called back saying, hey, no, I need 7 more of this item. It was like whipped cream or something weird. People was ordering a lot of stuff for, Thanksgiving. And it was an honest mistake. Maybe I read the number wrong. I'm sorry. I apologized. I'll try harder next time and make sure I look at that number and what the amount is so I get the right pick, But it's unnecessary to belittle somebody about their job. And when they make a mistake, and it's just, I take it. It hurt my feelings a little bit, but I'll take it, because I screwed up. I fucked up. Okay, I'm sorry. We got to move on from that. But there's no use in belittling somebody behind their back. And I'm pretty sure this person they knew I heard them. Because I kept on somebody, and I'm like, who picked that? Oh, was that me? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, well, it was directed toward me, obviously. Not directly, but indirectly. So I took it, I get it. We all got to do our job, so other people don't have to work, do your job too. Nobody wants to do extra, as much as possible. I try to do what I can. Like for customers and stuff, you got to, help them and stuff. And there's a lot of things I've done in the last couple of days that made me feel really good, Not to be, petty about stuff. But there was a woman. I was at the end of my one trolley run. And a woman, she's like, do you have any buttermilk? She wanted a pint of buttermilk. She didn't want to buy a half gallon. It was too much. She just wanted to have a pint of buttermilk. Like a 20-ounce thing or something. My cat's over there playing with this toy. What are you doing there, Bobo? But I had to climb up in the cooler to see, because it was on the very, very top, and the stuff was pushed back. And I looked and I seen the red caps on them, and I'm just like, or yellow caps. I think it was yellow. Abundance. But I'm just like, hold on, ma'am. I said, I see one back there. I said, I'll go in the back and get it for you. I couldn't reach it from where I was. So I'm like, she goes, thank you. Thank you very much. So I went in the cooler. And I was in a hurry because I wanted to get my trolley done, to get a good time and stuff, because you can't stop your trolley time until you get back to the back and everything's straightened out on your orders and stuff. And then your trolley's, trolley time's set or whatever. And it's a, speed, accuracy kind of thing. Which you have to have, to get the orders out. But I stopped at my, ma'am, I'll go back and get it for you. So I got back in the cooler, and there was 2 of them. So I reached up, got 2. And I was called away from that, too, because there was something else I was looking for, and somebody found it, one of the managers or whatever, that we have to call for if we can't find a certain item. But I went in the back and got these 2 pints of buttermilk. I go, here you go, ma'am. I said, there was 2. So I brought out 2, set them on my trolley, and I was being called away to do something else. And she's like, thank you. She goes, and she was kind of at a distance, because I was kind of getting pulled away to find, somebody else had something that I needed for my cart. And she's like, thank you. She goes, what's your name again? And I'm like, Tanya. And she's just like, thanks, Tanya. Thanks a lot. And I'm like, it made me feel good. But the next day, it was just like, and then work went to shit. It just, good days, and then you have bad days. I'm not going to get into it. But it has revealed to me some stuff tonight. Stuff that happened 30 years ago. It didn't concern me, but the person had my name. And the last name of this person is just unusual. If I said it, you would know what I was talking about. And I'll be danged if it doesn't line with my future. And this past thing that happened with this other person, it was a famous person, Olympic person. And, you know, there was an ordeal or whatever back then. Well, I mean, I don't know if I should go ahead and say it or... No, I'm not going to say it because people will start doing math and be like, Some of this stuff's been revealed to me, and it's just like... Tonight I was laying here, and I was kind of all up in my feels a little bit, kind of watching Twilight. I love watching Twilight. It's on every other night, usually. One of the 6 or whatever, how many there is. And it was like, oh, this is sweet. And they were showing like a little, oh, he loves her. And I'm just like, oh, I'm on my feels. But this stuff was revealed to me, and something happened to work today that was just odd. I'm going to try to be as discreet about this as possible, because I'm not trying to get in trouble with anybody or anyone or piss any more people off. God knows there's enough of them. I went outside at smoke break this morning, and I took my smoke break a little bit earlier. Usually it's not this early, but we was being kind of slow, and it was laid back a little bit, and sun was just coming up because I get to work before dark and stuff. And I went outside, and the clouds, you know, you can see the sun, the clouds. It's daylight and stuff when I went outside to smoke. And there was no other clouds in the sky. And there was these line of clouds, and it was like a longer line and a shorter line, and it all kind of went up, and it looked like an alley. It looked like a road or a path. And I looked, and it was the only, and I'd been seeing, I don't know if you see my short the other day where I took a picture of the clouds, and it was an X, like X is in your energy. I've been seeing these clouds a lot this last week when this person was reaching out. It's like, damn, X is in the energy. X is in the energy. It's kind of like it was a warning, because I've been seeing these probably the last week or two before I even, you know, being this person started talking a couple of times. I'm like, X is in the energy. So I know he's kind of, you know, doing something. I don't know what his goals are. I don't know. I have a figure feeling, but whatever. But today was just no clouds in the sky except this path of clouds. It looked like a ladder or a path or a runway or something. It was, it's like, well, maybe that's the road going up. Maybe it's the ladder going up. But it was these clouds, no other clouds, just straight line of clouds, and it looked like it was heading up. Okay. So later on, a few hours later, probably 4 or 5 hours later, it was toward the end of my shift. In our store, we have this long, and it's an extra wide aisle. It kind of cuts through the middle of the store. We have like 62 aisles of stuff. And we go through all these aisles all day, running these trolleys, picking up stuff that people need. And there was this big, long, in the middle, where it's extra wide. And usually, you know, our trolleys fit down it quick. If you want to get back to pick up quicker, you take this path revealed to me on my smoke break, okay? Nothing unusual, because I all day long, I'm down this path in this aisleway. This is funnier and shit. So at the end of my shift, I had to go get something from produce. I think it was organic carrots, and they had big tufts on them, big, just really long. But organic carrot, the regular carrots, they don't have the little, the green stuff on the top of it. Carrots make you see, third eye. It didn't occur to me at work until after I thought about it, and I'm like, no. So I'm walking down this long, what is this cat doing? This long aisle. Oh, I'm stretching it. I'm not going too much farther because I think I'm being told not to stretch it too far. What are you doing, cat? He is over there just playing. But I'm walking down the aisle with these carrots, and I don't know. I think I had a bag. I had them in a bag, but the tufts are hanging out. And I'm walking down this aisle, this path, significant. Walking down this aisle with these carrots, holding them, and the tufts are hanging out of it, right? And I'm going down this aisle. Now, mind you, I didn't think of this when I did it, but I'm like, why am I walking down this aisle? It's almost like flowers or something. Light. And I'm walking down this aisle, and it's a pathway, and it's a Monday, so it's not as fast on Mondays. But there's nobody else in these aisles, in this one main aisle. And usually there's customers cutting through and back and forth. But at this present time, when I was walking down this aisle, holding these carrots with the tufts hanging out the top of them, like a bouquet. I don't know. I'm just saying. And the cat's over here just... It was weird. But just ironically, walking down the aisle, you see an aisle in the clouds, and you got these carrots to make you see better. I'm not going to go any further with that. I'm just saying it was just ironic. A long pathway. Holding carrots, because you can see third eye. Now it's just a little story. I mean, something just happened I need to tell you about too, but I'm going to get into that too. But that happened today, and I was just like thinking, I'm like, who? Where? How? I'm not dating anybody. I'm not in personal relationship with anybody to even get to say that, oh, and did that today. I'm telling you, man, I mean, that mark, and then my finger, this one here, and then before I left, carts were crashed together. Somebody dropped their Arizona tea. The girl was mad. One girl had to leave early. She had an emergency. And this was all in the last, 10, 15 minutes of work. Confirmation. And during this time, I'm trying to get the carts back together because the carts were kind of smashed. Not smashed, but just moved because somebody had hit the carts, and I'm always trying to get out. And then the girl was walking. It was just a series of weird events. A girl that had the emergency had to leave right away, so she's kind of in a hurry. A girl coming into work on second shift, she was getting ready for start her shift, so she's wanting to get her trolley going, and she's a really fast person, so she's kind of moving kind of quick. But she's got her Arizona, and she drops her Arizona. She goes, oh no, she goes, now it's going to blow up. And the one that had the emergency, she goes, I'm so sorry. And I'm just kind of witnessing this happening. And I'm getting ready to park my car, because I'm getting ready to clock out and go home. Light. I'm watching Law and Crime right now. It just came on. I don't know. It's probably significant somehow. But I need to get to bed. So I'm going to go ahead and tell my story. But smash these cards. These cards got shifted around. I was trying to fix them. I look, and here I am bleeding again. And I'm just like, I just left work, and I'm just like, I am so tired of getting hurt. my heart was hurt. My hand was hurt. And I'm just like, damn. Let me just get another day, and then I'll have a few days off, and I'll be good. I just gotta put my poop back in a group. So I'm sitting here kind of in my feels a little bit, watching Twilight. And something come to me in a revelation about the aisle and the carrots and stuff. I'm not going to go any further with that. But I was just, not confused. I'm putting 2 + 2 + 2 together, and 1 + 1 +... Sometimes they don't all add up. Sometimes they do add up. Sometimes you have to put them together. So I'm just sitting there, and I'm just like, oh, no shit. And this past Olympic thing that happened, no shit. And my birthday's coming up, and I'd requested off for that birthday, for that day. Because I'm just like, it's my birthday. I don't want to go into work on my birthday. It's on a Monday, so I'm just like, it's next Monday. Is it next? Yeah, it's next Monday. Okay. Woohoo, birthday. I'm not doing anything. There's no plans, not that I know of. Not usually. The last, God, 5 birthdays, usually don't, there's nothing going on. Maybe there will be, I don't know. But I seen all of a sudden it was approved. I thought it was denied, and I'm like, damn, it's on a Monday, I can't get my birthday off, this sucks, damn, whatever. I take it, okay, it's just, I don't have nothing planned, so I wasn't no big deal. It would be nice to be off on your birthday, not have to be at work. Well, tonight about 10:30, all of a sudden it was approved. Oh, thank you. I was already bitching at work a little bit. I'm like, damn, can't even have my Monday off, and it's a Monday. Not even a holiday, and I get, we have to work, some holidays and stuff. But no big deal. I was like, well, cool. When I said thank you, I always say thanks to the universe for everything. I say thank you all day, so sometimes I get caught at work. Thank you when I find something I'm looking for. Thank you. I say thank you so much. It's just because I'm thankful that I'm doing my job right, So I see this. It was approved. Cool. Thank you. Thank you out there. But I'm not getting any further with that either. But I'm just happy it was approved. It goes in with the Olympic thing. And I'll talk about this later after it's said and done. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm laying here and I'm just looking like... I start putting that together. The IOA. Time approved off. It all connects. And I can't get into it, but it connects. And I'm like... I had a revelation. I'm like, no shit. In which I'll reveal later if this does happen. Because I'm just like, if this happens, I'm blown away. I'm blown away. Universe will just the most unusual ways, okay? 22 minutes. Just talking. After I have this revelation, I'm laying here trying to sleep a little bit, and I'm just like, damn. I said, I think I'm going to have to get up and smoke a cigarette and go outside, check to see if the meteors are going. Because I even forgot to tell you about that after my dream I had the next day. This was yesterday morning. I went outside to look at the moon. The moon was weird. It was in the wrong position in the sky, first of all. The sun's getting ready to come up within like 2 hours, 3 hours. But the moon was right in front of my house. The crescent was at the bottom. And I was looking at it, I'm like, thank you, God, for waking me up today. Please let me have a good day of work. I thank you for my blessings. Thank you for my lessons. And I took a picture of the moon. I didn't do a video. I can post a picture of the moon. It's pretty cool. And I'm just noticing how the moon is kind of in a weird position, looking weird, because the crescent is at the very bottom. And usually you don't see the moon and the crescent at the bottom. It's lit up. Kind of partly cloudy. Look at that face off over here in the hallway. Why are they don't like me talking about this. So I take this picture and I'm smoking my cigarette and I'm just like, thanking God for another morning. Thank you for a good day at work. Thank you for my, everything. And about that time, I seen a shooting star. And I'm like, 2 nights before I had this dream, a shooting star. Dreams are coming true. Wishes are being granted. Good things are happening. Because I always wished on this star that I will find a divine union and have love, have abundance, have clarity. And that's mainly the wish I wish for whenever. And I can't tell you the last time I seen a shooting star. But after witnessing this moon, I'm like, that's weird. That's a weird moon. Took a picture of it, and that's just weird. How weird. But I seen the shooting star, and I'm like, my dream had shooting star in it too. But the person I hugged wasn't the one I'm supposed to be with. It was a confusion thing or something. I don't know. They knew I was going to be seeing that shooting star, talking with my ex. All of a sudden, infiltrated in my dream. It wasn't him, but it wasn't who I'm supposed to be with either. So I'm just like, I'm trying to, think about this dream and the shooting star I seen in real life, and the shooting star I seen in my dream or my vision, which I believe it was a vision. And I'm like, things are going to be coming true. Things are going to be happening. you gotta get through the bullshit to get to the dream sometimes, man. And sometimes that road isn't all paved with gold and you got flowers and you're skipping it. You're gonna hit some potholes. You're gonna slide off the road a couple times maybe because it's slick. You got shit happening. You know, you might get caught up in it, that pull yourself back out, which I did. Thank God, because after the best day at work, then all of a sudden everything went to shit. And I'm just like, it was going, and it started making me second guess a bunch of things. And I'm like, no, this is not my energy. But as I had this revelation tonight about the shooting stars, the dreams coming true, walking down the aisle with the carrots, because you can see clearly, seeing the aisle in the sky, seeing the path. Here goes my nose. When I start getting in touch with spirit, my nose starts running. Yeah. Anyway, excuse me. And I'm getting to what I just seen outside. And I gotta lay down, it's 1 o'clock. I'm like, I'm gonna go outside and look, see if there's any shooting stars. Well, it's cloudy, rain's coming in. And I was, in my feels earlier, so I'm just like, rain. Not that I'm causing the rain or anything, just, it was weird how I was kind of in my feels and it's raining. Usually when it rains or storms, I'm either mad or sad, or something's not going right. And the weather, I don't know. It was a bright sunny day today, but it's supposed to rain tonight and tomorrow. So I'm standing on the porch, I look up, and the clouds are coming in. You can't see nothing out, so I go back inside, because it's cool. It's like, 35 out or something. It's kind of cool outside. There's no wind or nothing, but I'm like, I'll come back inside. Smoke, not inside the door. And as I'm standing there, there's no traffic, mind you. It's 1 o'clock now, but it was 12:15 when I'm smoking my cigarette. And this truck, or this SUV, rolls up to the stop sign and sits there. I can see them, they can see me. I can't, the headlights, it's dark. I don't even know what this SUV is. Ends up being a cop car. Because, why? The other morning I went to go get something to eat at the drive-thru. Cop car sitting there. I'm like, either there's just a lot of surveillance around me all the time, or I just have to be in the same spot. I don't do anything wrong. I don't commit crimes. I'm an upstanding citizen. Go to work, clock in, clock out, come home. And it's like that until I have a day off, and then I'm cleaning the house, or I'm running errands that I have to run on my days off. Anyway, at the stop sign, SUV stops, and I'm standing at the front door, smoking my cigarette. Everything's great. I had this revelation. I kept saying, oh shit. No shit. I said, universe is something else. I'm like, this is cool. Because the stuff's coming together. And it's just like I'm putting it together. And it's just like, this is freaking amazing, yo. Very amazing. I'm blown away by the signs I'm being given the last few days. On TV, they're showing a birthday cake with the 1 on it. Because you're number 1. Birthday's coming up. At the stop sign, he sits there a good minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes. There's no traffic. You're not waiting on anybody. So I'm standing at the door, and I'm like, I go, what, can I help you? And and they're not up at my door. But I'm saying to myself out loud, and I'm looking at them. And you can see me because I have my front porch light on, standing at the door. And he's sitting there at the stop sign, and I'm like, can I help you? I'm standing here smoking a cigarette. What? Because it gets annoying, and every time you look up, there's a cop car sitting next to you somewhere. And I'm like, what are you watching for? What are you waiting for it to happen? But when I was sitting here in my living room, and I'm just like, wow. I'm like, no shit. And I start thinking about different things that's happened at work, different dreams I've had, different things I've seen outside, the shooting star. And I'm thinking about all these things, and these things are coming together. And I can't reveal everything that's come together, but I'm like, no. I'm like, wow, Finally, he turns, and I see it's a cop car. It's an SUV, and I'm just like, of course, I'm never up at this time. I'm always asleep at this time of night. You know, I usually get up within an hour or two right now, usually when I start getting ready for work. But I'm like, dang. And I'm just like, I wonder if they was shooting spell work at me, sitting there that long, looking. I don't know if they was looking, but I guess they was, because right after that I start scratching and start itching, and I'm like, return all bad energy, spell work, and voodoo, return to center tenfold. Sources known or unknown, return to center, love and light, in Jesus' name. And I'm like, you're shooting spell work at me. I see you. I was carrying the carrots today, organic carrots. I see shit. Shit that normally people do. The light. And I'm putting all this stuff together. My hair's all janky. But I'm like, I just got done saying to my living room, not even 10 minutes before the stop sign incident. I'm like, oh, no shit. And it kind of lifted my spirits up. I'm like, okay, all this is for a reason. I see it. I don't understand it all the way. It's not confusing, but it's just like, no. The Spirit's revealing some really some future shit to me, and I'm just like, no. No way, Blue. But after I had this revelation, there's somebody at the stop sign sitting there staring me down, and it's a cop car, and I'm just like, what? So I say, return to sender. Stop scratching. And I'm like, they sent spell work at me. And my tarot deck has yes, no, maybe on the corners of it. And I'm like, for shits and giggles, and maybe it's not for shits and giggles, I'll ask him, like, was there spell work being sent to me just now? Because of my revelation I just had earlier. I picked it up and said yes. And I'm like, and I believe it's true, because my skin started itching and shit. And I'm just like, it always does that when there's bad energy around, or I get hurt. I think I'm allowed of confusing energy, some weird energy sometimes. And when that happens, I got to be careful or I get hurt. And I'm tired of being hurt. If you hear me out there in hurt land. Energy, you have to be just... And sometimes I get in a hurry and I get careless and things happen. But I just wanted to come on here. I had to talk about it. I thought about coming on here earlier, but I was just not having a great day or great afternoon. I was having a good day, but it just ended up being kind of like, damn, whatever, people, I get it, whatever. I don't get it, but sometimes you'll get in your feels and people's going to hurt your feelings, and maybe they don't mean it, because maybe they're upset because they had to go and do something extra, and I get it. If I have to do something extra, sometimes you get all like, people just do their jobs, and won't have to do the, I get it. I do. I've been there. Cats are acting so crazy, you can't really see them. But yeah, Miss Lady T, I just had to get on here and talk about this. I gotta go lay down, take a nap before I have to go to work. But love and light, pay attention to the universe. And if things don't make sense, just think about it. Don't overthink about it. There's still more stuff I could talk about. I don't even know if I have time. I think I need to go lay down. There's more stuff revealed to me too. There was a weird smell at work. Smelled like something was burning almost. I got home. My neighbors were burning their fire pit. Nothing unusual. I'm like, burn smell, fire. I'm listening to the radio, Taylor Swift, The Fate of Ophelia, I think that song is, or whatever was on, and she's talking about being the pyro or fire or something as I pull up on my driveway, as I'm seeing the fire in the backyard of my neighbor's house, and I'm like, and mind you, I was in my feels at that time, because I'm like, fire, something's getting hot. Shit's getting hot, and some people's going to have to step out the kitchen, because they're burning their shit. It's the stuff that comes to me. It's crazy. Like, share, subscribe. Miss Lady T. Have a great Tuesday. It's Tuesday now. Have a great Tuesday. It's the 18th. Talk to you guys later. Bye.